Welcome back, lottery fans, and today I'm going to show you a pick 3 rundown that has been working for me for the last couple of days for a couple of different states, actually several different states, but I'm going to show you a couple of different states. And as I said, I've been only tracking this rundown for 4 days, and so far it's been hitting pretty well for those 4 days for the states I'm going to show you. But as promised, you guys said that you like to actually see the rundowns early on in their stages when I start to see them trending, just so you have a little bit more time to play them yourselves. So that's what I'm doing now. Even though I've only been tracking these for 4 days, I am seeing a pattern starting to occur. So I'm going to show you the rundown, and then you can go ahead and play it in your state. And as always, if you're seeing this work for you, definitely leave me a comment down below. And if you like these videos where I show you the rundowns early, even though I don't have as many hits as some of the longer running rundowns that I have, if you like to see them early so you can play them early, then definitely give me a thumbs up, and of course share this video with any other lottery fans. Alright, so I'm going to show you 2 states, the first one of which is Colorado, and specifically the Colorado midday pick 3. And this is actually pretty convenient because I just added Colorado to the Number Vault website. And so if you in Colorado, you can now go ahead to lotterypredictor.com and you can see all the past results. You can see the rundowns for Colorado. You can see the number analysis and all the other great stuff that you get out of lotterypredictor.com. Colorado is now being added to it. Alright, so the base date I've been using for all of these ones are 731. That's the base date I'm using. And we only need the one result from that for this rundown. And on 731 in Colorado is a 715. Now to do this rundown, we're going to take that 715 and we'll put it in the left-hand column of our base grid here. So put 715 down like so. Now we're actually going to do the rest of this rundown, we're actually going to take the date of our draw, which was 731, and we're going to put it in the right-hand column here. So we'll take 731 and put it in the right hand column. Now to get the blank spaces filled in the center, what we're going to do is on each row we're going to add the 2 numbers together. So on the top row we'll add 7 and 7. It gives us 14, but we only need one number from that, so that would take the 4 from that. 1 plus 3 in the center row is 4, and finally on the bottom row 5 plus 1 is 6. So that fills out our base grid. Now to get our translated grid, for all the states I've been tracking, it's the mirror numbers that have been working well. If you try this and the mirror numbers don't seem to be hitting too well, definitely go ahead and try it with the flip numbers as well. I'll be interested to hear if the flip numbers work in your state rather than the mirror numbers. As always, leave a comment down below. So, and if you don't know what the mirror numbers and the flip numbers are, they're actually at the bottom of this rundown worksheet, this pick 3 rundown tic-tac-toe worksheet. You can actually download this completely for free from lotterypredictor.com. The link down below is in the link to the resources section is down below in the description. You'll get this rundown worksheet and a whole bunch of other rundown worksheets completely for free, so you can do your own rundowns. And of course, it has the mirror numbers and the flip numbers, so you'll see those there. So we're going to take each individual number from our base grid, look up the mirror number for it, and put it in the corresponding spot on the transit grid. So 7, looking up 7 would be 2. Put the 2 in there. 4 would be 9. Put the 9 in there. And finally 7 is 2. On the next row, 1 is 6, 4 is 9, and 3 is 8. And then finally 5 is 0, 6 is 1, and 1 is 6. That gives us our translated grid. So let me go ahead and show you which results in the last 4 days from the Colorado lottery this rundown has been hitting for. And we actually go ahead and we start with our result on 8-1. And the result was a 4-6-4. So we go ahead and we look on our base grid. We actually have that as a vertical straight down here. For those of you that have seen my previous videos, you may know that the verticals are a common pattern that I like to play. So it definitely paid off this time because we saw that straight here as a box number 446, which was a box number of 464. And then on 8-4, the second day we had hit, our result was a 6-2-1. And we actually had that out of our translated grid here, which was right here, 6, 2, and a 1 there. So that actually works right there. For those of you that know and have seen these rundowns before, you'll know that for it to qualify as being a hit on the translated or base grid, the numbers have to connect in some way. I can't say it was a 1, 6, and a 2 from over here because that 2 does not connect. But the 2 here does connect. So it has to actually go ahead and connect up for it to be a valid hit. Alright, so there's the 2 numbers that have been hitting in Colorado. So let me go ahead and show you the other state that I'm going to show you as a demonstration, just so you can understand how the rundown works easily, and you'll see it's hitting there. And the next state I'm going to show you is Florida. This time in the Florida Evening Lottery, and uses the same base date, 7/31. That 7/31 date is the date where all of these rundowns, for this one specifically, I've been tracking and it's been working pretty well. And on 7/31, our base number was a 064. That was the result in the evening on 7/31 for Florida. So we'll take that 064 and we'll put it in the left-hand column here, like so. And then we're going to take that 7/31 date and put it down in the right-hand column. And the same way that we did with Colorado, for each row we're going to add these two numbers together. So we'll take 0 and 7 on the top row, add them together, that will give us a 7. Then we'll take the 6 and the 3 in the middle row, that will give us a 9. And finally a 4 and a 1 on the bottom row, that will give us a 5. And then we're using the mirror numbers for this again. So looking up our mirror numbers, that 0 would be a 5, that 7 would be a 2, 7 would be a 2, 6 would be a 1, 9 would be a 4, 3 would be an 8, 4 would be a 9, 5 would be a 0, and 1 would be a 6, like so. So we have our base grid and our translated grid. Let me show you where that's actually started hitting then in the last 4 days for Florida, the Florida evening. As I said, only tracking these for 4 days, but out of those 4 days we actually had 2 hits already. So a very good sign that this rundown is starting to work for Florida. So let me go ahead and show you where those were. And on our first day it was 8-3. That was our first hit out of this. And the result was a 5-6-1. And we went ahead and we actually saw that in our base grid right here, 156 as a box number of 561, 651, 561, right there in our base grid, like so. Then if we go ahead and we switch over to our translated grid on 8-4, the result was a 498 in the Florida Evening Lottery. And if we go ahead and look on our base grid, we have that right here, 948, like so, as a box number on the translated grid. So much like Colorado, Colorado had 2 hits out of this so far in the last 4 days. Florida's had 2 hits so far in the last 4 days out of this. So a very good sign that you might want to start running with this rundown and go ahead and start playing some of the other combinations on here. Maybe taking a look at the patterns that have been showing up. You know, we're seeing a lot of these 2-2-1 pattern. You know, that happens 3 times on here. And of course the vertical straight down is a good indicator there. Alright, go ahead and give this a try in your state. As always, you know, as I say, give me a comment below if you start seeing it working in your state. I'd love to hear as we go through the months, as you track this, to see if it's working. Good luck to everyone. Share the video around, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.